Guys, starting this weekend vlog off by doing some yoga because I need to feel zen. I need to not be irritated by every little thing. Yeah, didn't start off the morning that great. Woke up to vacuum and cleaning because, yeah, because men. I did not do yoga yesterday morning, and I think I felt it I think I was like sore from the day before because it had also been a while, but I think it like mentally is good for me because if not, I'm just irritated. So yeah, we got our setup over here. Bed is eating her breakfast. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Cassandra, and I'm going to take you through a 15-minute morning yoga stretch. We're going to start laying down. If you have a block, grab it. This is optional. If you don't have one at home, don't worry about it. You can do all of the poses without a block. So otherwise, if you have one, we're all going to be laying down. Bring your feet flat to the floor. Knees bent, and then you're either going to just stay here if you don't have a block with your hips lying down on the mat. If you have one, go ahead and lift your hips up and place your seat on the block. So just starting with a mild inversion. You can have the block at any height which is suitable for your hips and for your low back. And if you're doing this without the block, it might feel good to widen your feet and let your knees fall in towards one another. So just using this first pose to get centered, to get grounded, and to make that first intentional connection to our breath. So you might use Ujjayi, the wall, and at the same time, drawing your right knee a little closer towards your belly. Relax your shoulders and come back to those slow, intentional breaths. Only using a little bit of arm strength. And you can take a few ankle rolls with your right foot, flexing and pointing your toes. And bend into your left knee. Let's switch sides. Right foot and right leg extend as you now draw your left thigh in towards you. Again, as if you're pushing your right foot and kicking it against the wall. At the same time, you're trying to draw that left thigh in a little bit closer. And maybe finding those same ankle rolls with your left foot. Soften your shoulders, your neck, your jaw. And let's release. Bring both feet flat to the floor. Feet should be hip-width distance apart with your knees bent. Release your arms by your sides, palms facing up towards the sky, and shrug your shoulders down a little bit into our bridge pose, Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. Push into your feet, squeeze your glutes as you press your hips and pelvis up towards the sky. Hug in through your inner thighs, push into your big toes. Really feel your glutes and your hamstrings activate in this pose. Relax your upper body. Let your lower body do the effort for you. We're holding this one for a little while, so really trying to build up some heat. So adding a little bit of strength is a great way to give ourselves a boost of energy in the morning. Keep your hips pressed up nice and high. If you had a block underneath you, just slide it out to the side so it's out of the way. Take one more breath to push and lift up as high as you can. And then exhale, roll it down inch by inch. Let's all bring our knees in towards the belly. Hold on to the back of the thighs and rock up and down the length of your spine, tabletop on hands and knees. Palms under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, just for some cat and cow. As you inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, tailbone up. Exhale, reverse that motion. And take a few more here. Really sending this mid-back, upper back, lower back, the entire length of your spine. And come back to neutral, Parshvabalasana, your thread the needle pose. Reach your right arm up and then thread it through. So right arm lowers down, shoulder and ear to the floor. I like to extend my left arm straight up overhead, pushing into the fingertips in order to twist a little bit deeper. And really lean your hips a little bit more towards the right. This is just going to center your hips over your knees, which is where we want them to be. Draw your lower belly in. Take one more full deep breath. Really actively push into your right arm. Slide your left hand back. Let's come out of the pose. Re-extend your right arm up. Tabletop, second side. Left arm rises. Exhale, thread it through. Shoulder and ear lowering down to the mat. Maybe extending right arm up overhead. Lean your hips over to the left this time in order to keep your hips stacked directly over the top of your knees. Push into your left arm. Deep belly breaths in and out through your nose. Setting your intention for the day. Slide your right hand back. Let's unwind and come out. Re-extend the left arm up. And before we go into our first down dog, walk your hands forward a little bit, tuck the toes under, and just find a plank pose. So building up some heat here. You're trying to push back into your heels while also reaching the crown of your head forward, sliding your shoulder blades down your back, hugging in through your inner thighs, reaching your tailbone towards your heels. One more big breath. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Any movements that feel good here, just stretching out into your calves, your ankles, your hamstrings. And you can reach your right leg up towards the sky, bend your right knee, open up your hip, trying to get your knee to be the highest point. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Step the right foot forward in between the hands. Do make sure your knee is directly over the top of your ankle. Lengthen your tailbone down. Draw your navel in. And then go ahead and extend up. And you might look towards the center of your heart. One more big breath here. Stay in your low lunge, just come back through to center. We're gonna find a side low lunge, so you can bring your hands on your hips. Your back foot, so the left toes, are gonna rotate towards the right side of your mat. So everything should be facing the long edge of your mat. And then go ahead once more, bend into your right knee as you press your hips forward. I like to use my right hand to push that knee open a little bit wider. You might take chin mudra, thumb and index finger together. Sink your hips down, big deep stretch. Go ahead and push into your right foot so the leg is straight. Turn the right foot in, reach your left arm all the way up and over. Gate pose. And finding our counter stretch, lift all the way up, left hand down, right arm reaches up and over. Reach your right fingertips away from your right toes. Ardha Hanumanasana, our half splits. Fingers come down, start to crawl and walk your hands towards the front of the mat. Everything should be facing the front. I like to flex my right foot before I fold down here. And you can absolutely bend into your right knee. into that front leg, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog, step the right foot back next to the left. You're welcome to just hang out here if you'd like. You can add a vinyasa flowing through from plank pose. Lower all the way down to your belly, Bhujangasana, cobra pose, lift. Exhale to release and press it back. Lifting your hips up and back. We all meet in this down dog. Second side. Left leg rises. Bend your left knee. Open up your hip. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Step that foot through. Knee is on top of your ankle. Activate through your legs. Draw your navel in. Lengthen your tailbone down. And then extend up through your arms. Anjali Mudra, prayer hands, and just rotate through your chest. So your hips are still facing forward. You're just opening over to the left, maybe staying here or bringing your right elbow to the top of your thigh. So we don't want to collapse here. Really push and try to stay lifted even as you press your hips forward and down. Staying present and connected to your breath. Let's unwind from the twist. Hands on your hips. We're going to find our side low lunge. So bring your back right toes towards the left long edge of your mat. Hand to the inside of your thigh as you bend into your left knee in order to press your hips down. You might find a big difference from one side to another. For me, this side is a lot harder. Maybe chin mudra, thumb and index finger together. Facilitating concentration, mindfulness. Maybe starting to think of the one word you want as your intention for the day. Sink and press it down a little more. Let's find our gate pose. Push so that left leg is straight. Turn your left toes in. Into your side bend here, right arm can extend all the way up and over. Counter stretch, reach that right arm or right hand down to the floor. Left arm stretches all the way up. Bicep along the ear as if you're pulling in two directions. Let your hand come down to the mat. Walk your hands towards the front of the mat. Big stretch into your hamstrings here as you fold on down. Press into your heel. Let's bend that front knee. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Either holding here or one last time taking your flow from plank, lower, any variation of the back bend that feels good for you here. And our last downward facing dog. Hips coming up. Give it one last stretch here. And let's take a cleansing breath in through the nose and a big exhale out the mouth. And drop your knees down to the floor. Rest your hips on your heels. Just lower your hands to your lap. Close your eyes. And come back to a natural. And let's join our hands, Anjali Mudra. Hands at the heart. We'll close our practice with the chant of Om one time. Inhale to chant, big breath in. Namaste. Thank you.
Let me get my breakfast first. So I did my makeup for today, even though I'm literally not going anywhere. I'm trying this beet apple juice from Grow Raw Organics because I realized that I don't eat a lot of fruits in the winter, and greens I'll eat not as much as I should. So, yeah, and it definitely tastes like beet. It's sweet, but mostly beet. Trying to get through it. I bought a few of these different ones. I bought just to try them out. I bought a carrot one, and then I got I forgot what the other one was I got. I think it's like celery and something. I forget. Anyways, I'm gonna try these over like the week and see how I like them. They were kind of pricey for a little size. They are only, I mean, actually they were cheap for the size. They're 6.76 full ounces, 200 ml. Non-GMO, USDA organic. They're good till January 15th, 2021. No sugar, no anything. Vegan, gluten-free, cold pressed, no sugar added. 100% organic juice, not from concentrate. And they were like $3 something, like I want to say like $3.49 or $3.99. So I think that's a good price for like that small size. You'll think. So we got our, ooh, sorry for the close-up. We got our Christmas. I got on like photo paper because it was cheaper. Cardstock would have been nice, but I was like, you know what? And then the amount of ink that it would have taken me to print these myself would have been a lot. So, and I don't want to waste my ink. So it was $8 for 20 of these, and we just took a picture on my phone, staged it, and then I just picked a design, and it's pretty cheap from Walmart. I think it's, you know, it's nice. And, you know, after the holidays, some people can just, like, cut off the design if they wanted to and just frame the picture, which is probably something that I will do. Yeah. So right now, I'm just printing out some art pictures to hang around the house, because I just wanted to add some things. I added a butt, a different size butts picture, which is like a really popular one. I put it in our bathroom. I think it looks funny. It looks cool to me. I'm looking up like Afro wall art pictures because I think that would be cool to have in like the hallway. Something different, show, you know, the ethnicity. Yeah. Alright, so today I am going to bake a pot pie. I got this cool crust that is no bleached flour, no artificial flavors, non-GMO, no preservatives or hydrogenated oils. It's from the brand Immaculate. Got it on Amazon Fresh. But because the dough is so healthy, I didn't bring it to room temperature, and I tried to roll it onto my pan and it cracked, so we're not going to do that. Right now I'm boiling some water to boil my sweet potatoes that's going into the pot pie. It's going to be vegan, vegetarian vegan, just some veggies, potatoes, and I'm going to put everything in a broth or stock. I think I have stock, right? Yes, it's a vegetable stock. Just to give it more flavor, and then I'll put it in, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so I just cut my potatoes. Now I've got to put them in the boiling water that has already been boiling. First I gotta cut them up. I hate cutting potatoes because they are so hard to cut. Although it's probably just my knives. Alright, whack. I don't really care like how, you know, the shape of these is going into a pie anyways, just to get them to get soft enough, but then they can bake all the way. Dropped my potatoes in the sink. Good thing they fell in the good thing they fell in the sink. They fell in the sink. My freaking wrist is already hurt. Jesus. Yeah, these nice balls. Okay. I should probably at least chop them up really small. Now, do you throw your potatoes in as you're cutting them, or do you wait, throw them in all at once so that they're all cooked the same? I mean, I don't know if I feel like that makes a difference. I don't know. I just do whatever. I do, like, I switch back and forth. Oh, almost chopped my finger off. 3 potatoes might have been too much. Oops, lost a piece there. Yeah, because I'm also adding other things, so now I'm thinking, maybe 1 potato would have been fine. Because I'll probably be the only one eating this anyways. I'll try to give some to Savannah, but I already know she's gonna be like, what is that? I don't want that. I want something else. You okay over there?
Yeah.
Something smells oniony. I think it's all my cutting boards. I just smell onion. Oh, I'm so dumb. Why did I just boil the vegetable stock and then put the potatoes? Well, I don't know. Too late now. Well, it's already been boiling. Yeah, 3 potatoes are definitely too many. Might just cut 2 and then, I don't know, use the other one for something else. I don't know what. Yeah, 1 potato might even have been enough. We shall see. Oops, splashed it. Whoa. God, basically stabbed myself. That was fun. You got some food for me?
Here.
Thanks. I can't take it right now. Save it for me. I'm cutting up these potatoes.
I go eat them.
Okay, you can eat them.
The soup just sounds tasty.
Tasty? Your soup's tasty? Cool. Keep losing pieces. Knew that was gonna happen. Okay. I would play some music, but I don't want this video to be copyrighted. Like the first one was. I mean, I wasn't trying to, like, you know, I was just playing music. It wasn't like it was an ad or anything. But yeah. Huh? After I'm done filming, because I can't have it in the video. Yeah. Ooh, it's getting hot in this kitchen. Ooh, yeah, that's a lot of potatoes already. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these other potato. I don't know. Oh. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Alright. Right, we are back with a clean cutting board, and now I'm going to chop the celery. Put some celery in there. I think it's pre-washed, but I'm going to rinse the pieces that I'm going to use anyways, because you never know. So, let's see. 1. I think I'll just do 2. I don't need a ton of celery. Just something crunchy, you know. Add a little crunch. Now let me rinse these off. And I got this celery from, I think from Amazon. Amazon Fresh. Because our ShopRite, anytime I get vegetables, fruits, they just die and mold and wilt in like a day. And it's just so ridiculous because it's like, you know, it's the same price. So I'm just like, why not buy it fresh? Or I guess because it's from Whole Foods, so you know. Okay. Should I use this piece? Probably. What are you watching? Sounds like you're watching our video. You watching our video that we made? Our vlog. Putting my celery aside for when it's ready to be put. Today my snack is carrots. And I freeze my peppers so that I can just use them whenever. Take them out when I need it. Go back in the freezer. And they last a few months. I learned that from my friend. They are a little bit tough to cut from the freezer, but if you take them out and leave them, you know, room temperature for a little bit, they're easier. But I just took them straight out of the freezer because I'm lazy. Also, I was gonna make this later, but someone doesn't want to take a nap, so just decided might as well make this now, get it over with. Actually, making these videos has helped me cook a lot earlier. And then I have more time to try and get Santa to eat something, and yeah, just eating at a good time instead of late. And now I can like make things, you know, not have to just resort to quick dinners like spaghetti and I don't even know what else. Pastas and you know, like taters and dinosaur nuggets, stuff like that. Should I put more peppers? I don't know. Now I need an onion. Smallest one I can find. It's not very small. Rinse my knife. I just realized I don't think I showed chopping the spinach. Maybe I did, I don't remember. I truly don't remember. I'm thinking like, should I put stock in it? I don't know. Is that gonna be like too soggy? I don't know. I should probably look at the recipe. Let's see. I think it did say you needed like, I think it said broth, but I just got stock instead. I made a boo-boo. A little bit more onion. And I'll save the rest. Whew. Okay. Try to cut it in a way that the juices don't like come out, so that I don't start crying. Okay, I think that's good. We will save this. What else? What else? What else? I think that's it. So, okay, so then I drained the potatoes, sweet potatoes, and then I poured the stock into the same pot. And now I just added all the veggies together, and I'm just gonna kind of let it simmer for a little bit. Check the pie crust, see if they're soft enough, and then I think you have to let this cool so that, you know, it doesn't just deteriorate the pie crust. So I'm gonna do that. Just gonna let it simmer for like maybe like 15 minutes. And then I'll cool it down, and then we will be back. I forgot that I was also going to add some frozen corn that I have. Probably should use. If I can even get it out the... Okay. Yes, success! It's coming out of the jar. Some of it. Beautiful. I don't even remember how long ago I used this corn. Honestly, and I just dropped a bunch on the floor. That's nice. They disappeared somewhere. I'm gonna re-stir that. Basically, it just looks. I guess I'm making a veggie stew basically, and then just making it into a pot pie. You know, because I love bread, so gotta add some bread, and just adding some black pepper. Whew, that was a lot. Some paprika. Give it a little spice. Some turmeric. Should I put salt? Maybe a dash of salt. Some salt. Okay. I'm gonna mix it again. I'm gonna mix it again. Mix it all up. Mix it again. The recipe's actually those spices went up my nose. Nothing. I'm just gonna mix it all in. Ooh, so you know I added a kick to it. I'm sneezing. And then again, just let it simmer. I would cover it, but I don't have a big top. Supposed to be getting new pots and pans, waiting in the mail. Stainless steel. It's a Christmas gift from my mother. So we will see. My pie crust. Yes, definitely leaving it out. It's room temperature. Obviously works. Because it was so like tough. It just literally was like breaking. So I'm going to use the one that was kind of breaking as the top layer. And maybe I'll just like have to ball it up and roll it out again. Just so that it's not broken in any places. I don't know. I mean, it is just the top part, but you know, you want it to be covered. I just hope that this is not too much mixture for this. Yeah, I think I'm going to cool this now because I don't want to wait too long. So I'm going to take this out and cool it. I think I'm going to add 3/4 cups of flour, all-purpose flour, to thicken it up. I think that's what's in the recipe, even though I didn't follow the instructions. I think this is going to help thicken it up and make it not so watered down for when I do put it in the pie crust. Oh yeah, and I can already see it like thickening up real good. Yeah. I mean, obviously, if you're vegan, this is basically, I guess, vegetarian. Because if you're vegan, you would probably not use regular flour. You'd probably use like almond flour or something like that. This is unbleached, just all-purpose flour though, so I don't know if vegans, true vegans eat that. Ooh, yes, I'm glad I added the flour. Because yes, it is thickening up nice. Very nice. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spoon it into the pie crust and not just dump it out. That way not the watery parts that are left don't get in there. Maybe I'll actually like try to drain it some too. I don't know. Then I might lose some things. The smaller things. Alright. Now we're going to cool it in the fridge. Maybe for like 15 minutes. So, follow me. I got hot, so I had to take my sweater off. You gonna eat some pot pie? Why not? Looks yummy. Oh, I forgot to add broccoli. Whoops. That's what I wanted to add too. Broccoli. Oh, and maybe some beans. Ugh. I forgot. Alright, it's probably gonna taste good though. Are there beans in a pot pie? I don't know. I don't care. Just making my own thing. And now I'm gonna cool this mixture. Looks like chow, but don't put it in the fridge. I was trying to look at it. For dessert, I'm going to make a vegan recipe. Vegetarian. I think it's vegan. I'm substituting the eggs for egg replacer, which works just fine. I've made with them lots of times. Semi-sweet dark chocolate chips. Organic seedless raspberry jam. Plant butter. This is the brand Melt Organic. Pure vanilla extract. And white sugar. I wonder if I could substitute brown sugar, but I don't know, so we'll see. Okay. Let me get my stuff together.
I need to eat one, please.
Okay. You can eat one. Here's one. Oh, took the next one. So that was 3, right? Okay. 4. Take one. 5. 6. 7. You can have these. I gotta get the other bag. For our stuff melts. No, I said you can have those.
Have these.
Sweet.
Getting a bag for me.
For you, no. This is to put in here.
No.
6, 7, 8, 9.
I feel fine.
10, oh yeah, 11, 12, oh my gosh, 13, 14, 15, a lot of chocolate, 16, okay, now I gotta quick, gotta put this in the pan.
Quick, mommy, quick.
Now we gotta let the chocolate melt with the round study. Melting.
Change your milk.
Yeah, it's starting to melt. There you go. Leave it. You ate all the chocolate chips. You want to eat some too? I dropped one in my shoe. I dropped one in my shoe. Okay.
I'm going
Making music on the sugar. Music on the sugar. 1, 2, 3. Music on the sugar. 1, 2, 3. Ah, not on my egg replacers. So I'm whisking the egg replacers.
and you whisk too.
Wait, I gotta do this gently. You can add the vanilla when I put it. I have to switch back and forth through my phone because that's where the recipe is on Pinterest, and it'd be too much work to go get my laptop. That is right over there. Probably should. Whisking my eggs. Whisking my eggs. It's okay.
It's standing. It's stand. It's stand.
Right, so I am melting the chocolate. It's taking kind of longer than I thought it would. It's like clumpy, so I don't know if that's gonna declump. Just trying to put on a lowish heat. It says medium, but I have it like on like a not too high one because I don't know. I melted chocolate before, but I don't know. It's usually never worked out for me. So yeah, I'm gonna pause, and I'm gonna take out the pot pie mixture and put that in the oven. Two?
Yeah.
What are you making? Barbie shoes? What are you making? Barbie soup? Barbie shoe soup? Yum. Ooh.
It'll be tasty for you.
Cool. Can't wait.
Can't wait to eat it.
Can't wait. Look at that beautiful pot pie. Veggie pot pie. Meanwhile, chocolate's over here. Probably burning. Alright, now I'm going to put the top on and then I'll show you that. It was so broken that I had to like squish it back up. And I'm going to just like re-roll it. Just check my chocolate. Got the rolling pin. Hope this works. I don't even know. It needs to be like super huge too. That is huge. Otherwise, I've got no top. No top dough. What are you doing? What are you gonna help? Rolling? Rolling is hard. Yeah. Don't spill that. Why did I do this? But it was really like broken. It was like falling out of my hands into pieces. I just need it to be a little bit bigger. Like this. What is this? Yeah. Oh, it's so tall. It's hot. You okay? Don't touch it if it's hot. Why would you touch it if it's hot?
It's from up there.
From up there? No, it was hot water coming out. That's why it's hot. Uh-oh, starting to stick. You just want to watch me roll? Hopefully that's flat enough. What? Trying to get your stuff? Why'd you put it all the way up here? No. Yeah, it smells like Play-Doh.
Play-Doh.
Yeah, this dough smells like Play-Doh.
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 Play-Doh. This big enough? I hope so. The oven's ready. Is that the oven? Yep. Spatula-ing me. Jesus on the case. Trying to spread it without ripping it. What are you trying to do? Do you have a little rolling pin in your thing? In your kitchen? Yeah, you do.
Ooh. I can do bacon.
Oh no, I ripped the piece.
Your pizza.
It's not pizza. It's a pie crust.
It's a pie crust.
Yeah, but I just want it to be big enough to cover my stuff. I don't know. Oh man. I already made a hole. Maybe if I do like this. Oh. If I do like this. It's a pot pie. You gonna eat some? Got veggies. No. Only if it was a real pie you would eat it. Unbelievable. Guess this is how I'm going to get it to cover the entire thing. Already got a hole in there. 6. Well, that'll teach me about patience. This thing is going to be interesting. I mean, I just care that it doesn't like pop out of the crust. I don't care how it looks. This is just for me. Maybe Dan will try some. Y'all know how he feels. I could give him something and then he'll be like, oh no, it's vegan. I poured the chocolate into these little pans. And yeah, I actually thought I made a lot because I actually have 8 of them, but I only needed 6. So I buttered 2 for nothing. Now I have to wash them. They're just in the sink right now because we got no space on our rack. And I've got about 7 more minutes. I looked at it at 30 and it looked pretty good and brown, but I think I just want a little bit extra time just to make sure everything in there is nice and soft, ready to bite into. Smells delicious, so I cannot wait. I'm excited to show you my pot pie. Looks good to me. Can I zoom? Where can I zoom? Let me get a closer look. Doesn't look the best, and actually leaving it in for a little bit longer started spilling out, so it's been in there for what? Oh, 50 minutes. So maybe I should have only done like 45 or something because it did start, spilling out a bit. And I just put some oil on the outside so that it wouldn't burn, which I think worked. It's a little bit dark on the ends, but that's fine. So I'm just going to let it cool down, and then I'm going to slice into it and eat it. I've been stealing some of Savannah's fries, meanwhile. I'm starving. And then I'm cooling down the oven so that I can put the cakes in, and that takes 20 minutes. And then we can have our chocolate raspberry flourless vegan cakes. Yum! Now I've got some dairy-free whipped cream and some raspberries to top it off. Alright. Cakes are going in now because I think it's cooled down. Hopefully. And it says about 20 minutes, so let's see. Okay, now I'm going to take a slice out of my pot pie. Get a plate. Probably gonna need a spatula too. Look at those layers, as Paul would say, from... Well, the only thing it is kind of like leaking out a bit when I cut it. Ooh, hot. So this is the end result. That's what's inside. Let's try it. Still very hot. The carrots, they didn't get too soft, which I like them either way. But it's like a tiny little crunch to it. They're soft enough. I'll give this a 10. Oh no, I gotta taste the whole thing. So let's see. Let's try it with crust. This is bomb, thebomb.com. This is good. Very good. Can't wait for the cakes to be done. So, the raspberry chocolate cakes were a fail. They were nasty, right? It was nasty. So nasty. Ugh. It could have been because I didn't use real eggs. I did the egg replacer. But I don't know. I think there was like, the recipe was off. It was from, what's that? Women's Day magazine? Or like Good Homes magazine, one of them. And it said to put like 14 tablespoons of butter. And it definitely came through. Like the top was so oily, I was like, I can't even like try it. Like I couldn't even taste it. I like dipped my finger, but I was like, it's nasty. So yeah, not trying to make that again. No. It's the end of the night. Pot pie was amazing.